How do you feel the freeze drying industry is right now on a temperature level? Healthy, growing?
I freeze dry different things like you would with your freeze dryer, right? Schnitzel, shawarma, falafel, pizza, you name it, all sorts of ingredients. And then you home in on certain things. So we've got some really cool inventions. I just wanted to get Yo's off the ground first. You know, Yo's is ultimately named after my son. His name is Yosef, right? So before I leave this world, I want my son to have something that I can leave him with. My daughter as well, but she's only 9 years old now. But you know, he's a 25-year-old man moving on with life. You know, that age, you normally look to get married and get a house and all that good stuff. And you need money for all that, right? So, and Yo's is, he lives, eats, breathes Yo's. So really, Yo's is for my son when I'm no longer here. Until then, we grow it together. But there are still really cool inventions that you're going to love more than Yo's. I'm telling you, more than Yo's. But once I get Yo's off the ground, I get someone to work with my son at the facility that's operating on its own. Fulfillment deals with fulfillment, production deals with production, marketing I may still be involved with, but then we've got some really cool stuff coming.
So you feel like freeze drying, where it's headed is there's huge opportunities in innovation, but you've been doing it, you've gone through a lot of challenges and you're still working through getting this launched to more of that wholesale large distribution. So what is going to be the biggest obstacle and challenge for these like new recipe invention businesses to start?
The question is really more of what's your goal? You know, if your goal is to be, as an example, a housewife, work from the house, to have a freeze dryer or two at home, freeze dry Laffy Taffy or whatever, or Skittles or whatever, bring in an extra $1,000 of income a month for the household, make things a little easier. That's the goal. You know, for me, my goal was national. How can I make a little bit of money only, a humble amount of money off of a lot of people? That's how I want to pay my bills, rather than just a lot of money off of one or two individuals. You know? So how can I do that? So I think there's a lot of potential out there. If the individual really has to ask themselves, the question is, where do I want to go with this? You know, and obviously if you're doing something that's already done, then you're in a marketplace where no one's really going to hear you so well. If you're going to start and do freeze-dried Skittles now, or even a year or two ago, and the marketplace is so saturated with freeze-dried Skittles, it's hard. It had a good run for a year while America was waking up to what a freeze-dried Skittle is, right? It was really good. You can make it and you can sell it, no problem. And then it slowed down. You know, in my opinion, freeze-dried Skittles are more of an experimental product that you want to try once. You may go back and try it again, but it really doesn't have any health benefits. If you think about it, it's more of a snack.
Yeah, freeze-dried candy, at least for the branded candies, was a launching pad for what the freeze dryer can do to candies.